The village lay in silence, but that silence was anything but peaceful. The drum of forgotten names had chosen its new keeper, Ekon, and the weight of that choice was more than he could have ever imagined. Ekon awoke that morning with a heaviness in his chest, the drum's relentless beat echoing inside his mind like a pulse he could never escape. Every moment felt stretched, as if time itself had slowed to trap him within the curse. He barely recognized himself in the mirror. His eyes were darker, rimmed with shadows. His skin pale from sleepless nights filled with whispers no one else could hear. Alma had vanished once more, slipping back into the shadows between worlds, carrying the memories and pain of the forgotten souls. And now, Ekon was bound to join her. But how? What did it truly mean to be a keeper? The elders said little. Their silence was a wall. Only Nana Aba dared to speak, but her words were like riddles. Once chosen, you walk between two worlds, the living and the forgotten, she said quietly, her eyes clouded with memory and regret. The drum demands its due. To hold the names is to carry the pain, the sorrow, and the secrets. You become the voice of the silent. Ekon's heart clenched. How could he bear the burden? What price would he pay? That night, he returned to the shrine, drawn by the familiar, haunting drumbeat. The moon was a pale witness to his resolve. As he stepped into the clearing, the drum's rhythm intensified, filling the space with a power that was almost unbearable. And then, he heard it, a faint whisper, almost like a sigh, echoing from the trees. Help us, it pleaded. Ekon's breath caught. He scanned the shadows and saw them, faint, translucent faces swirling like mist around the shrine. They were the forgotten. Their eyes hollow but pleading, their lips moving in silence, as if begging for release. One face moved closer. It was a young woman, her features familiar yet faded with time. I am Zuba, she said softly. I was forgotten. I was silenced. The drum holds us, the ones the village erased, the ones they chose to forget. Ekon reached out, but his hand passed through her like smoke. Why did they forget you? He asked, voice trembling. Zuba's eyes darkened. Because the truth was too dangerous. Because some names held power. Because fear is the sharpest blade. Suddenly, the ground beneath the shrine cracked open, revealing a spiral staircase carved from stone, descending into darkness. The drum calls us, Zuba whispered. Will you follow, keeper? Will you face the truth that lies beneath the village? Ekon hesitated, but the drum's pulse was insistent. He stepped down into the shadows. The air grew cold and thick as he descended. Flickering torches lined the walls, their flames casting eerie shadows. At the bottom was a cavern, vast and ancient, filled with relics, bones, and faded writings. It was a tomb of memories, a place where the village's darkest secrets were buried. And at its heart was another drum, larger than the one above, carved from bones and wrapped in cracked leather. Its skin was marked with names, names that had been erased from the village's history. A voice echoed through the cavern, deep and resonant. Only the keeper can awaken the past. Ekon placed his hands on the drum. The beat surged through him, and suddenly, memories not his own flooded his mind. Faces flashed before him, people he never met, yet knew intimately, a mother losing her child, a warrior betrayed, a child stolen in the night. The weight of the forgotten crushed him, and tears streamed down his face. Why? He whispered. Because we were silenced, the voices answered in unison. And now, you must speak for us. Hours passed, or maybe days. Time lost meaning in that cavern. When Ekon finally emerged, he was no longer the same. He carried the burden of all those forgotten, their pain etched into his soul. Back in the village, the elders waited. Nana Aba approached him, her eyes sad but resolute. The curse is not just to remember, she said. It is to protect the village from the past's mistakes. To keep balance between what is remembered and what must never be spoken aloud. Ekon nodded, understanding at last. He was both prisoner and protector, trapped in an endless rhythm, forever bound to the drum's beat. And somewhere in the night, Alma's voice echoed again. Do you hear it, Ekon? The drum never stops. It never forgets. Neither can we. The villagers never spoke of Alma or Ekon again. But the drum played on. And the question remains, who will answer the call when the next name is forgotten? Would you dare to become the next keeper? Comment your thoughts below and subscribe for more dark tales.